Hello? Great. How about yourself? Looks like there's 4 other participants, or maybe 2 other participants on the line so far. Okay, great. So you might as well go ahead and get started. I spoke to Will. He's jumping on right now. He's booting up his laptop.
All right, well, Jay, was this just it's just us? What do you want to talk about? We got Oscar there, but we haven't heard from Oscar yet.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, Brother Tim just jumped on. But yeah, I guess let's just have a free flow. And maybe just talk about, just do some question and answers and stuff.
Well, I know Will just asked me. Well, okay, we can do that, but I mean, I don't necessarily need that. But if Will just asked about something unrelating to increase, it was some progress on another deal concerning Monero. Guess we can do that later.
Okay, yeah, see, Brother Will just got on.
And James is in James
in
is
a meeting. Hey, I'm on.
Tim, how you doing, sir?
You got feedback, Brother Jay.
Okay, Brother Tim, how you doing, man? Guess he may be away. But either way, I'll let y'all decide how you want to go from there. I'm gonna mute the phone. So Will just asked me about something unrelated increase that he wanted to ask you.
Okay.
Yeah, can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, good deal.
Tim,
Doing great, Jalal. How about you, buddy?
Hey, Tim, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Captain Will. And you?
Man, wonderful, my brother.
Awesome, awesome.
Doing well, sir.
Praise the Lord.
Yes,
That's right.
that's right.
Yeah.
Give my regards to your wife from me and the team, please.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I will. It's good to hear you guys.
Yes, man. We've been remaining steadfast, working, and you know.
Absolutely.
Keep in the spirit of God. He's close. It's a wonderful thing in the midst of
No,
a horrific time period for all of humanity. So
Yes, sir.
we just give him all the praise and thanks for everything. You know, because sometimes, most of the time, even the bad that we see and experience still serves the greater good. You know?
Yes, sir. I agree.
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, so we're gonna get going here. We got Brother Michael Stone and Richard.
Yes.
Wanted to say welcome. Gonna try to have this wrapped up within an hour, maybe maybe about 30 minutes of us talking. This is interactive, so we want to ask questions. It's a small group. It's only like 10 of us on the phone here, so we can kind of ask some questions, go over some things, and explore some things of that nature. I wanted to Richard, welcome to the team. He signed up today under Brother Tim's team, and he's out of Indianapolis, and he wants to start investing or start learning how to invest and buy real estate out in Indiana. So what we've been doing is we've been setting up different hubs. So right now, let me show you guys. From the last time we talked, we've taken some action. Let me see if I can pull this up for us here. But we're setting up hubs and building networks in the areas that we want to invest in. And the areas we want to invest in is an area where we got a leader on the ground. Now, being that we're just getting started with this, somebody new like Richard can come in today and have a desire to learn real estate out in and be able to do things in Indianapolis. Well, the first couple of deals, because he's new to it, we'll have to hold his hand. And I explained to him that the more work we got to do, the more we got to get paid. So it'll come a time after he does deals with us that he'll be able to take a deal from the very beginning all the way to the end. And then all we might have to do is just finance the deal, maybe move it, sell it, bring it into our investor network, portfolio it with our investment fund, sell it to an investor in an area where they can't get real estate investments, like California. The more work I was just talking to brother Captain Will the other day, and he wanted to know about some different investments in some areas and stuff of that nature. He could buy 10 houses right now in Indianapolis. So you can get houses out there for $15,000, $25,000, by the time they're fixed up, and they'll cash flow $600 for you. Okay, so we want to be able to be able to talk a little bit about that, and then we got some new areas. Now, when we go into a new area, the whole entire group can come into that area, so we can look around and do things and things of that nature. Because there's a lot more deals in Indianapolis than it is in LA. There's a lot. It's a negative cash flow situation if you're buying rental properties in California right now. You're not going to break even. You're going to lose money. So if you're looking at like cash flow, you'll be at a negative cash flow buying properties out here, unless you just straight up just buying them cash. But in areas like Miami, you can cash some good deals. Areas like Ohio, you can cash some good deals. Indianapolis, Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Mississippi, those places you can still catch incredible good deals out there. Because they do grow, but they're not like in demand like California. Like California, it's only X amount of houses, and there's 3 or 4 times the amount of people that want to live in California. So there's always a high demand. It's always a seller's market out here. So that's why they can command greater prices. But in other places, like Indianapolis, doesn't have the same kind of growth like LA does. So we can go out there and we can cash some really good deals, and then we can move our Southern California investors into deals out there. Somebody has a couple $100,000, they can get 4 or 5, 6 houses. Each house cash flow on $600, $3,000 a month. That is service that day all day long. So I wanted to kind of show you guys some things that we're doing in some other areas, and you can start looking in these other areas because we're there. Okay. let me show you what we've been working. All right, so this right here is we opened up a group in Florida, in Miami. Okay, we just opened it up within 24 hours. It's called Florida Residential Commercial Real Estate Investment Group. We already have 12 members. It hasn't been 24 hours yet. Our Increase Institute support staff member, Steve, I don't know if he's on with us right now. Steve, are you here? But he helps and he builds these groups. He messages people. This is one day old. By this time, we'll probably have over 50 to 100 members. Okay? So real quick, we're going to be doing an event. We're going to be talking about, building wealth, different things of that nature. Now you see these groups of people, these people right here. This is 12 members. 12 members. Now, our leader on the ground is Mr. Michael Stone. He's on the phone with it. He's on this conference right now. Or he was, oh, here he is. He's here. So this is him here. So when you take an area, you're the face of that area. So you got to conduct yourself in excellence and integrity and whatnot, because you're representing the whole group out there. You're on the ground. So we're going to be bringing money, influence, all kinds of negotiating skills, all kinds of stuff to Miami. Everything, all the members of Increase Institute, if they have an opportunity to be able to do things in Miami, we got somebody on the ground out there, and we're gonna be buying houses. We'll be doing Airbnbs, all kinds of different things. So it can be as big as or little as you want, but it has to do with a lot with the leader of that area. So within not even 24 hours, I'd say like 20 hours, we have 12 members already in this group, this meetup group. 12 members. All these guys right here are new. They just came in the last couple hours. All these people are investors. They're like-minded people. These are people that want to invest in real estate or something of that nature. Let's take a look at it. So we're going to be building these meetup groups. These are online meetup groups. We'll be building them all.
Damon.
Yes.
Damon. Yeah, ask Richard to mute his phone. He's got a lot of background noise.
All right, I can mute him. Okay, there you go. Yeah. So with all these guys here, these are all people that want to be investors. So we're growing our network. These are people that can buy properties from us. These are people that can sell properties to us. These are people that could loan us money to buy properties. These are people that we can loan them money to buy properties. So we're building our network. This right here is Miami. Let's take a look at the one in Tennessee. We started the one in Tennessee. Look at that. That's a whole new group of people, and it's 12 people came in. And we started these yesterday at the same time. Okay? So we're going to be building these meetup groups and these groups all over the country. All over the country. And as long as we have people on the ground, we can make things happen. Now, like I said, we're going to, like the first couple deals, we're going to fly out to Indianapolis, and we're going to have to sit down, and we're going to have to go over step by step with Richard. But after he does a couple deals, Richard's good. Now, let me tell you how easy it is to find properties in other places with Increase Institute. We have support staff that goes and does the research on software we have to find properties that are vacant, in foreclosure, whatever the case may be. Let me show you some filters. Okay? Right here. These are the different deal types. Vacant houses, pre-foreclosures. These are houses that are going to be auctioned within 45 days. All you got to do is hit this button and everything in the zip code is going to come up to you. Bank-owned properties that are already foreclosed on. Shadow inventory. That means bank-owned but not listed. Zombie properties. Those are pre-foreclosures and they're vacant. We love those. The zombie properties, we love them. Those are our favorites. Probate properties. Inherited properties that people, don't want. For sale by owners, on and on and on and on. Apartment complexes, expired listings, the whole nine. So we have our support staff that will go in here. You give them zip codes of areas that you want farmed. They will go and farm the area. Oh, Brother Tim, you should have invited Ramon too. But so he'll come on. He'll put together a list. Let's see if we got a list laying around here somewhere. Hold on, let me check. Let me show you all a list and show you what it looks like. They'll do all the work for you, even make the phone call for you. They'll make the phone call to ask the person if they're interested in selling. Get a number, bring it back to headquarters. We can go through it, look at it, determine what we believe it's worth, a true number. Then the person that's assigned to that area goes out and actually looks at it and gives us an estimate of what it costs to be fixed. Like I said, the first few times, we want to be able to hold your hand, walk you through everything. After a couple of deals, you could do it on your own. After somebody does one deal with us, we put them through inspection school and mold school. We do that. Okay? There you go, Steve. How you doing? I just wanted to introduce you to everybody. Steve, this is our Increase Institute executive administrative support right here. His name is Steve. This guy's been working 8 o'clock. He's going on 11 hours right now. That's how committed he is to this team. Thank you, Steve. Thank you for being on point. So, Steve, I wanna pull up the list. I want to show everybody like the list, and you're farming areas, you're growing the list. I'm gonna go right now and pull that up, and I want to show that to people. That it's so easy to succeed with us. It's simple, just handing a zip code down the food chain. And then our support, your support, will do the work to be able to sort out what's good, what's not, and when it's good, we get into real negotiations with them. And if it looks like it's going somewhere, then we do a physical inspection, and we make an offer, and we go to work. It's that simple. Keep it real simple. So by the end of this year. Right now, we're in 1, 2, 3, 4. We're in 5 different places right now. We just got somebody too that joined Increase Institute today under Brother First, and he's out in Lancaster. So now we're gonna open up Lancaster. So everywhere that we go, we're going to be bringing in the support. Now we're also right now putting together an investment fund that'll buy all these properties. Let me give you guys an example here. Okay. Like this is what Steve does. So he finds investors, he markets to them. These are Knoxville investors. These are people down in California here, the whole nine. And he emails them and lets them know, and he's gonna have them join our group. Like I said, we just started yesterday and we have 12 members in each group. So now that we have somebody on the ground out in Indianapolis, we'll be forming a meetup group with Richard tomorrow. And everywhere we go, we got to build a network. These 12 people right here are the beginning of the people that we're going to sell houses to, that we're going to buy houses from. These are like-minded people that want to generate wealth. Okay? So these people right here, do you think these people are going to have a problem getting into Increase Institute, paying the $29.34 a month? Absolutely not. They're going to get so much value, it's going to be, they're going to laugh at it. They're going to be like, are you kidding me? Where you been all my life? Okay, so this thing, we're growing this thing. We want to open up more areas, and it doesn't take a lot of time. Let me show you how simple. Let me just give you a little bit of what our support staff does. Let me show you here. I'm going to pull up the script here. This is what he says. Hello, I'm looking for, he's going to have their name because Steve and our staff is going to skip trace them. My name is Steve. I know this call's completely out the blue, but I'm calling you about a property you may own on, and he gives the address. Basically, oh yeah, that's mine, or whatever the case may be. And then he just goes on and he just reads this, just all he does is just follow the script. Real simple. If there's some people that don't have, or right now due to COVID aren't busy, I would recommend making phone calls too. Like Richard, if you have time, I would make phone calls too. I would listen to Steve for about an hour and then get some tips from him and go ahead and just make a mess of this thing. Just start making phone calls. He'll give you the properties that we believe are available and that we can do something with, and we just call them up. Some people answer the phone, some people won't. Some people, you can leave a text message. Hey, how you doing? My name is Richard. I'm interested in making you a cash offer on your house. I can close in 48 hours. Well, we can close in 48 hours if the deal is right, but we ain't gonna close on it if the deal is not right. So remember, in real estate, you make money when you buy. You buy right, you win. You buy wrong, you lose. Okay? So we got the whole entire script put together. If they say no, I completely understand. Do you have any other properties you would consider selling? Well, you know what? I do got this house over here. Yeah. If yes, maybe in the future, here's what you say. How'd you get my number? Well, we got your number online in the public database. Who are you? Oh, I work with real estate investment companies, and we specialize in assigning contracts on remodeling homes. Simple. If yes, how much will you give me? Well, how much are you looking to get for this property? Okay, I understand that. Well, we need some information about the property. Is it okay if I ask you some questions about the property? Is it vacant? And then you just go down and just read the script, okay? And then it becomes second nature to you, and then you don't even need the script. But we have the talking points right here, real simple, okay? So this is something that we have somebody, we have multiple people doing this, finding deals and farming the areas that you want to get properties to. So tomorrow we're going to come out with a form that you can go ahead, and the areas that you want, you can go ahead and fill it out, and we will return leads to you of people that are interested in the house. And like I said, the first few ones, we can do them together. We can do them together. Okay? So you can get the lingo, the terminology, the swag, and everything of that nature. But it's really just a confidence thing, because what it is you are the expert. Anything you say, you're the authority on it. Okay? But we want to give you as much ammunition as possible, so that way it can be a successful transaction. Because the deal you spend time on that don't close is horrible. We call that a waste of time, and time is too valuable to waste. Okay, so that's what we have. That's what we have going. We've already started in Tennessee, and we've already started in the Florida area. Okay, we'll be opening up Indianapolis and Ohio tomorrow. Okay, and then we're also going to be doing California, because a lot of us are from California. So it just makes sense to do California, okay?
Add Arizona to that list because
Arizona in the game. Okay. Write that down, Arizona, Steve. Tomorrow we open up Arizona, Ohio, and Indianapolis. And see, all these members in each one of these groups, these are all our contacts. These are all people that we can market to. These are all people we can talk to. These are all people that got similar interests. These are all people that might need their credit fixed. These are all people that might need business credit. These are people that know people. These are people that are looking for additional streams of income. So we're just building our network. Within a year, with what we're doing within a year, we'll have over 100,000 people in our network over in the first year. 100,000. 100,000 people. See, there's a lot of income, a lot of problem solved, a lot of things that go on when you're moving a group of 100,000. Okay, so that's I just wanted to give you guys just a quick little look at this and what happened since the last time we got on the phone call and whatnot like that. Okay, so
it's beautiful.
yeah.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Allow. Excellent presentation. That's wonderful, and it seems so simple. You know, that's what I've always admired about working with you. It's like you've been able to see a big picture. You know, or pull the simplicity out of a big picture. So with that being said, I just had a question. It was mainly about administrative. Is there a spreadsheet that's going to be developed that has all of the areas on a property preset in it? Like, for example, we submit a zip code or 5 zip codes in a particular state to Steve. Steve does the bird dogging, the virtual bird dogging, so to speak, to locate the properties that fit in those categories that you mentioned earlier. And then he submits that back to the party responsible for that territory. Now, what platform, or is it going to be an Excel spreadsheet or whatnot? Because there should be a place where notes can, drafted on what happened during that call or what have you, or maybe there's a master spreadsheet that you can apply that is tied to one main source so that you can see what's going on the notes, or headquarters can see what's going on, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. We have a CRM. So we'll do it. We'll have a CRM, and the deal will go in the CRM, and then it'll be assigned to the person, and then from there, everybody can communicate in the CRM that needs to take a look at it. So we'll be able to move things electronically down the pipeline.
Great.
So we're looking at it like, the first thing we're looking at, okay, so this deal came up as a lead, and the person's willing to play ball. Okay. So we get a number. Before we even go out to the house, we got to make sure the number makes sense.
Right.
So somebody trying to sell, they like, well, I want $100,000 for my house, and their house is only worth $40,000. There's no point of us even going in and spend another minute on that house. So we kind of just, we kind of got to feel. I really like the pre-foreclosures personally, because the person's getting ready to lose their house. They're going to get nothing but cash for keys. They're being under extreme stress. In California, people fight for their houses. The average house over here, before it gets foreclosed on and they get evicted, they haven't made a payment on it in over 6 or 7 years. They're that invested in it. Other places, they don't fight that hard for their houses because they can figure they can get another one. Some reason in California, people feel like if they lose a house, they might not ever be getting another house again. So they really fight for it, and they do other things. So when we got other areas, the pre-foreclosures, the zombie properties is going to be like the properties that we really really focus in on, because those are properties that we can create the value. Sometimes we'll find the values. Now, there'll be some deals that we get that we won't buy, but they're still a good deal. And then we'll wholesale them to who? We'll wholesale them to our group, our members, all these people right here. You know what I'm saying? That's why we're doing it. Each one of these people, they've already hit us up on Facebook and stuff like that. You have any good deals? I'm looking for a residential deal. I'm looking for this. I'm looking for that. Stuff like that. So, Jalal, to answer your question, yeah, we will have a CRM to where a deal goes in. Everybody that's involved in the deal will be able to look at the deal, communicate with the deal. We can stay on top of the deal, and we can be able to move it along.
Great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So, and and then I'm gonna tell you guys another thing too. Commercial. Don't sleep on commercial. A lot of people feel like they're not qualified to do commercial because it's so expensive to get in. It's a lot more than that than residential. But don't worry about it because we're coming in as a team. And we're putting together an investment fund. Matter of fact, we're going to be putting together many investment funds. Many investment funds. Like, let me show you guys something that was real cool that happened today. So we're getting ready to put together a fund, and we're going to be putting together about $100 million over the course of this year, and $15 million in the next 30 to 45 days. Now, let me show you something that's very interesting. And Brother Jay, your guy David, referred us. He called today, and it was very important before we went out and we found somebody to work with based upon the relationship with Brother Jay. He brought somebody to the table named David that's highly respected and really is very knowledgeable and experienced and operates at a high level of integrity. And when we had a conversation, we were talking, networking, just on the phone. Jalal brought us together, and we were talking, and he just asked, "Is there anything I can do for you?" And I said, "You know what, sir? There is. Do you know somebody that can help handle our customers and help them roll over their retirement accounts into self-directed IRAs, do checkbook IRAs?" And he said, "I know just the guy. He's actually my mentor." Well, today we reached out because we were ready to have that conversation with him. And we had a conversation with his office. And the guy is right here, Matt Sorson. He's like one of the authorities when it comes to self-directed IRAs in the world. And I talked to he's actually an attorney. I talked to the person that he has running that end of the business. Her name is Jessica. I told her, I said, "Jessica, we like to put you in our package, and we like to be able to offer you to our clients." Their price was right. They're professional. Their Google reviews are incredible. Their Better Business Bureau is impeccable. Their Yelp reviews are off the chain. There's somebody that we can partner with, because what we're going to be doing is we're going to be bringing in hundreds of people that are going to say, "I got 200,000, 300,000, 500,000, whatever in my IRA account or in my 401k account, and I have it in the stock market, and I've been taking the beating. I'm tired of it fluctuating, going up and down. I lost $100,000 last year. I want to invest with you guys on some land to where I can get a promissory note, and it could be secured with something that's not going to just disappear because somebody sends a tweet or something happens, with some kind of virus or something, whatever." So, invested in real estate, we find these. Let me mute you here. We find these people. We connect them with this company here. This company takes their retirement, rolls it over legally into a checkbook that these people control. And then they take their checkbook and they write our investment fund, our company, they write a check. In exchange for that check, let's say they give us $100,000. In exchange for that check, we're going to give them 10% on their money and a little bitty piece of equity. Now, let's say it's a 3-year commitment or 3 years or 3 years or before. So if it goes the distance for 3 years, they made $30,000 on $100,000, and it's secured by the land. Like stocks they're not secured. You buy Apple, you buy whatever, you buy any stock out there. If something happens tomorrow, like Twitter stock, what do you think Twitter stock did today? When Trump said he's gonna start regulating the social media industry, man, everybody bailed on the social media companies. They started dumping stocks. The price went down just because Donald Trump said that. Now I want to be in Donald Trump's circle when he does that kind of stuff, because he could have told me 2 days ago, Damon, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start dogging out Twitter, and we come in and we would have bought that stock short and made about $2 million today. Why everybody's dumping it? Kind of like what happened with Eddie Murphy and Trading Places. Remember when they bought low, sold high? That kind of stuff happened. But we focus on real estate, and on the real estate, now we got a nice partner. We got a great partner. Her firm is impeccable. They're incredible. The principals are phenomenal. And this helps us raise money, because when people are going to give us checks for $100,000 to $1 million or 10 million, whatever, they want to know who we are associated with. They never heard us before. So they can do their due diligence here. This guy's like, you don't even have to look far. I got my audited financials right here. This is one of the #1 audited companies in the that does audits in the that does audits, third party audits in this country. They're official. This is their letter of good standing right here. They have their information here from the Department of Arizona. This is their license. They're official. They're here. They're like, let's go. This is who we are. Look us up. I'm a best-selling author. See, him being associated with us, and then we're going to get him to do a video to put in our package and whatnot. See, it's so easy to be able to fund your dreams and be able to do things of that nature. And what we're doing right now is we're putting together the path that we know is going to work, and all people got to do is just walk on this path. Now, we don't know what'll happen if you don't stay on the path. We don't know. We don't want to find out. Or maybe we went somewhere and we can tell you, no, that doesn't work. But as long as we're doing something that's working and it's within the parameters of, let's say you want to raise $100 million and we raise $100 million, we just follow our footsteps on what we do to raise $100 million, and we'll show you how to raise $100 million. Now, if we've only raised $100 million and you want to raise $1 billion, we're not there yet. We can't teach you how to raise a billion. The biggest part, me personally, that I've been able to raise in my 20s was $90 million. I'm qualified to show people how to raise $90 million. Not a penny more, but up to $90 million, I can show you exactly what I did to do that. And we're giving it away. We'll be doing seminars on the investment funds. We'll be doing seminars on how to put together monies and different things of that nature. We're going to be funding a lot of projects, but my recommendation is learn how to raise money, because if you don't, you're always going to be at the mercy of the banker, your investment fund manager, or whoever the case may be, which means you have limitations, because you might like something and they don't. So they don't write the check. So while you're doing what you're doing and you're working with banks, getting the funding going on, since we're raising money and we're going to teach people how to do this, take advantage of it and learn how to do it. It's not difficult. We're going to do everything step by step, by step by step, by step by step by step. And we're going to talk about it. And we're going to explore and different things of that nature. Okay. So it's very important that anybody can do it. Doesn't matter what's going on, what happened in your life before or after, it doesn't matter. If you want to do it, you can do it. Okay. So, and then we pass along information like this, just like Brother David passed this information along to us. We're not going to hold back. We're going to pass this information that we get that works. These are the people that you want to use. Okay. And you might find somebody that's like, check these people out. Okay, we'll check them out. You know what I'm saying? We always want to make sure we get the best deal, and we're providing our customers with the best service. Okay. So just something to think about. Are there any questions right now? Yes, sir. Yes, Steve. Is there any questions? Okay. Oh, Brother Jay, I tell you, come off mute. Any questions, sir?
Well, that sounds really nice. So, basically, I mean, for members on the call and those that are part of the program, that are ultimately servicing the properties that we were able to pull out of the market that suit our parameters, we can speak to these property owners almost like we're the bank, because we're the ones that has the money to direct it, to procure the property and do what we need to do to turn it into profit. So it's a wonderful thing that you've already drawn up the script. I commend you on that. That's major, because that's the science of the deal.
Yes, sir.
I can give a quick story about my limited little past in involving myself in real estate back in '92, after coming off the road with Prince and as his national director of security, the artist formerly known as. We go from city to city every year, and I'd be securing him with the FOI security that many of us on the phone are familiar with. And so I was looking for a job. I said, man, I like this real estate thing. I see people making money and they're not really doing that much work. So I entered into it doing mortgages. But that was just so regulated, and you could only make but so much on a deal. I wasn't really enthused. Then I thought about becoming a real estate agent. That was an additional thing that was so regulated that I really wasn't enthused. But I knew some people in town that were millionaires, and they were my age, driving Bentleys and at all the functions. And I just basically ended up befriending them, and we got really close. And I wanted to be around to observe how they struck deals. So they gave me the understanding: buy low, sell high. And on my first deal, I put $60,000 in my own pocket.
That is awesome.
60 grand at the closing table. And so I said, wow, now if I was a real estate agent, I would have been pigeonholed to between 3 and 6%. And, I couldn't have participated in any equity because it's dangerous. You can lose your license by doing things like that, so forth. So I played the rules by the broker book that said I want to get serious and do real estate. So that was my beginning in that arena. And shortly after that, that's when I met Damon, and here we are.
Yeah, man. That's it. And Brother Jalal and ourselves, man, we've done some amazing deals. It's been a story.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, we made a lot of money. I remember one time Jalal and I we did a deal it was so good that the second on the deal, sometimes you have a first, that's the person that loaned the most money, then you have a second, they come in after the first. So when you do a short sale, you got to get all parties that have liens on the house to agree to what's going on. Everybody has to play ball together. So we had got the first. Before anything else moves on the loan, you got to get the first in check. This house was probably $500,000 of loans on it, probably worth at the time maybe like $380,000. Okay, so it was worth less than the loans was on it. Okay, so that's why we went to the short sale. But we got the first down to $89,000. Now, when we call the second up and we start negotiating with the second, and we were like, look, the first is only going to give you $1,000. Back in those days, that was all the first would allow the second to eat, because if the first foreclosed, the second would be wiped out. But the second told us, if you got that house for $89,000, we don't believe you. So we showed them the paperwork and we're like, okay, let's go. They went and called up the first and said, we not doing a short sale, but we will give you $89,000 and buy your first position. That's what they told them. And the bank came back to us and was like, yo, the second's trying to steal your deal. And we had to do some things to go ahead and make the second bow down. But I'm just saying, that's when you know you got a good deal. Is that when the bank becomes an investor and tries to steal your deal. Okay, so and that day we bought that property at $89,000. That afternoon, we closed at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Oh yeah.
At noon, we had sold it for like $175. We flipped it, made almost $100,000. But it gets better. We flipped it to ourselves. We made 90 up front.
Because it was worth what, 400?
Yeah, then we got it, did it, and then we ended up selling to somebody like 380, 400, something like that. So that's the beautiful thing about working with teams. You could do things of that nature and stuff like that, right? There's all kinds of things you can do in real estate to be very creative. It's official. Everything's just wonderful. It's just a wonderful world that just making money, putting deals together and things of that nature. And the more you're around it, the more deals you see, the more creative you'll be, and the more you'll be thinking out the box and whatnot, and you'll be bringing things. And pretty soon, everybody on this call right now is going to be hosting this Thursday night real estate group. Those that want, they're going to be teaching it. That's it. And you'll be bringing me on every now and then just to say hello. You'll be running with it. You'll have groups, and we'll have groups. We'll be filled up. It'll be 1,000 people on the webinar to where it's closed up and we got to open up another webinar room. So that's going to be coming. We're moving, we're grooving. It's time right now to get it. So we are going to be relentless. We're going to do it. Get all the information you can, get all the knowledge you can. Nobody, no leadership, no trainers in Increase Institute is, if you ask a question, they're gonna be like, no. They're not gonna say no. They're gonna give you the answer. They're going to find the answer for you. We're not everybody. We're not hiding nothing. There's a book that I recommend everybody reads. I'm gonna show you where to get it. It's called The Science of Getting Rich. In that book, one of the main things you'll take from this book is do not pay any attention, do not entertain competition. There is no competition. If you look at stuff like there's competition and like there's lack, there's not enough to go around, that means your blessings aren't coming from God, because he don't run out. Man will run out. We're not getting our blessings from man, we're getting our blessings from God. So we don't worry about there ain't no competition. Because God don't run out. I'm going to show you guys where this book is, and you can download it. I recommend that you read it. It's a one sit down session book. One sit down session. If you go to 120kfromhome.com, you're going to see a tab that says mindset. Hit mindset. When you hit mindset, scroll down till you see ebooks. Click here. These are some books that are really, really, really cool that we have right here that you can download. Okay. This one right here, The Science of Getting Rich. I think it's less than, let's see how many pages it is. It's 80 pages. You can read this book and 2 sit downs. Take you about an hour and a half to read it to 2 hours. Okay, it's only 80 pages. It's not even a lot of words per page. This book right here will help you understand the science of getting rich. There's a science. There's a science. So it's going to give you some game. It's going to give you some good information. And I promise it will add to you. This book will add. This book will make you better. Okay. So it's a good book. You can see it right here. Look at me. Look, it's simple. Okay. But it's right here for you. You can download it, read it online, whatever the case may be. But it's all here for you. And like I said, it takes you a couple hours to read this book. But it's a very powerful book. And then there's some other books that we found that really have helped us and made an impact in our lives. Psycho-Cybernetics is a really good book. This is the science of business, psychology of business, how to get things done and how to live at like a level, like a high performance level. Some other books, Think and Grow Rich, is a major book. This is a guy, Napoleon Hill, that went around and he connected with the richest people, the most successful people at that time, back in 1900s, early 1900s, late 18th. And he interviewed them and he took all the things that they did in common and he put it into a book. And it just basically came down to thinking. Here's a book on goals. Okay, like set goals. Just by you writing and putting on paper your goals, the chance of you getting your goals go up 400%. Just by writing it down. The magic of thinking big, huge. The magic of believing, huge. Alan Pease, Questions Are the Answer. That's a great book. Here's a book on leadership right here. Huge. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. This is a classic. It's awesome. This is an incredible story. Okay, so here's just some books right here. It's about 9 of them here. If you choose to download them and read them and stuff, we know that they'll add value to your life because they did with ours. Okay, but you can find that at 120kfromhome.com, and you can kind of just go to Mindset, and they'll be right there for you. Okay. All right. Are there any questions before we conclude? Like to make sure that if anybody has any questions, that they get answered. Now's your time. If you have any burning questions or anything, please speak. Okay. All right. If we have no questions,
Well, I just wanted to make a recommendation. Maybe I could do it offline, but like when you asked that question just now, as this network is building, you hear me mention a statement about having a chat box or something like on one of the websites. I think that'll be a wonderful add-on because it'll be a way for people to ask questions on a continual basis. Because it's not having an answer to something that could be the doorway to have people, lose faith or in continuing, or you know what I mean. It's a great way to have something that a person anywhere in the States could have on their mind, question, and boom, you get an alert. You can answer that real quick. It's like it took you 3 seconds.
Absolutely. That's a good idea. That's a good idea, Brother Jay. Here on the website, increaseinstitute.org, we're building it out, but this is it. You come in, you sign in. We're having our video developed right now. This is how new this thing is that we're just now getting this thing out the door, getting rolling. It's just going to keep growing and growing and growing and growing. So we're at the beginning of something great. And so we will have the questions. We'll be sure to tell the programmers to add that, Jay, to the website, that people can leave questions and then we can get back and answer questions. We can follow up, call them, whatever the case may be, and be able to do that. So this is kind of like on the back of the website it'll be looking, and it'll have drop downs here, like join the team. let you know about, you deserve multiple streams of income, setting goals, millionaire mindset. The My Econ tools. This is very, very, very important that you use the tools in the My Econ subscription. It's really going to help you save a lot of money on taxes, and it's going to help you be organized. The more organized you are, the more structured you are, the higher you can go. It's the difference between a single family ranch style house and a 60 floor skyscraper. What's the difference? The difference is it's the structure, it's the foundation. If you throw 60 floors on a residential house, it's going to collapse and fall to the floor. The foundation is not set up correctly, right? So if you start and you set up to where you're going to be going 100 floors, 200 floors, or unlimited floors, you start building your foundation right from the beginning and build it. And if it's not the beginning, you just right now, today, you start doing things a certain way. That's going to help you be able to build that foundation and structure to be able to help you get, get as far as you want to go. You won't be having limitations, problems, and things of that nature. So then, then it'll be like the new members, the complimentary credit restoration, and they get a digital business card. We'll design their logo for them. A one-page business plan, a website design, and just so on and so forth. It just be all here, and based upon how many people you refer to your network, how many people you empower, how many people you help, it'll just keep going. None of these services are being charged for. It's it. The Currency and Increase Institute is empowering other people. It's caring for other people. It's paying it forward. And that's important. Because there's a lot of people out there that need this information, a lot of people that this stuff that we're talking about and we're going through is going to change their life. It's changed my life. And I know it's going to change your life. Okay. So we're just going to keep going. And we'll have investors, the pitches here and different things of that nature. We'll have a tab where people can have their ideas, and we'll be doing like a Shark Tank funding where we'll be doing webinars throughout the week where people will come and pitch their ideas. And everybody in the audience would be an investor and be able to, I'll put $10,000 towards that. That sounds like a great idea. Oh, this sounds like a great idea. This sounds like a great idea. Kind of like a Shark Tank situation that we'll have inside of here, available to all our members. Okay, so it's just gonna keep growing. And if you got any ideas, share them. Let's do it. This isn't somebody's community. This is everybody's community that wants to be involved in it. Okay. So I really appreciate y'all time. We're exactly at 8 o'clock. I'd like to we asked for an hour of your time, and we thank you so much for giving it to us. You could have been doing many other things. We appreciate the time, and we appreciate you taking the interest in your success and wanting to increase yourself and others. And I'd just like to say good night and God bless.
Thank you, David.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Mr. Steve.
Good night.
Good night.
Yeah, Mr. Steve. Mr. Steve, don't go anywhere. Brother Tim. Still there, Tim? No, he dropped.